Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Wilsons.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Ms. Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, I would like an increase in my financial support.
Okay. And your financial support or support for your children?
Support for the children.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, please.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it, okay? Do not address her. I'm talking to her. You will have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Yes,
Thank
Your
you. Go ahead.
As I was saying, I'm already receiving child support, yes, but
Okay.
I would like an increase for our children.
Okay, how many children do you all have?
2.
And how much are you receiving at this time?
$1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month, okay. And you believe that you're warranted an increase? Like, did he come into some money that you know about?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Okay, how do you know?
Today, we're unraveling the Wilson case, a high-stakes legal showdown where child support and financial transparency take center stage. Ms. Wilson claims that Mr. Wilson, a high-powered attorney with a lucrative oil and gas side business, is deliberately hiding his true earnings to shirk higher payments. Meanwhile, he downplays his wealth, aiming to keep his financial obligations minimal. But the judge isn't swayed by words alone. She demands solid proof, not excuses. Will the full truth emerge, or will buried secrets win the day? Let's break it all down.
His secretary kind of told me.
His secretary told you?
Yes.
Did she tell you something or did you ask her to look for you?
No, honestly, she just brought it to my attention.
Sounds like you need a new secretary. She's just telling your ex-wife all of your business?
I don't know what she's talking about.
It's his ex-lover.
Ex-lover, okay. We're not going to get into all of that. That has nothing to do with this court.
Thank you.
Mr. Wilson, no, I don't need you to thank me, sir.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go. What is she talking about?
Well, I have an interest in an oil and gas, 2 oil and gas partnerships.
Okay.
But really, it's been a dud. We hadn't made any money until the last year we made some money.
What's some money?
I don't know how much the partnership made, but I received a $50,000.
Let me ask this question. When I ask a question, just answer it.
Yes, Your
I don't need all the extra.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money are we talking about?
Well, the partnership itself made about $3 million.
$3 million?
But I received $50,000 distribution.
Now we're getting to it. You received
Well,
50?
I didn't receive $50,000. $50,000.
Did you come in my courtroom to play games? I'm really
you're-
not here to play games with you.
No.
He does that a lot.
Your Honor, she's
Listen,
talking when I'm talking.
And I'll get to her in just a minute.
Wilson takes the stand with unwavering confidence, determined to prove she's been unfairly shortchanged on child support. Currently receiving $1,500 a month, she argues that Mr. Wilson's true earnings warrant a much higher amount. Then comes the bombshell. She reveals that he recently pocketed a hidden $50,000 payout from his oil and gas partnership, a secret she uncovered through none other than his own secretary. A ripple of reaction spreads through the courtroom as the judge's eyebrow lifts at the unexpected twist. Caught off guard, Mr. Wilson scrambles to defend himself, insisting the money went straight to an IRS debt. But the damage is done. With this stunning revelation, the case takes a dramatic turn, setting the stage for a fierce legal showdown over concealed income, financial accountability, and the truth behind Mr. Wilson's wealth.
Ma'am, I'll need you to save your comments until I return to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Now you stop wasting my time. You received $50,000, correct?
No.
Okay, so tell me what's up with the $50,000?
Well, the partnership paid a debt of mine in the amount of $50,000.
Okay, so your partnership paid a debt of $50,000. What debt was that?
It was to the IRS.
Okay, all right. So you know that we could deem that as income, right? For
No,
purposes
Your
of
Honor.
calculating your child support.
But I didn't even receive. It didn't even touch my bank account.
It doesn't have to touch your bank account. And under Texas law, I could deem that $50,000 as income, although it's not income producing. What else? Where else you work?
Well, I'm an attorney,
Okay, what type of law do you practice?
criminal law.
Criminal law. All right. How much money you make there?
Well, it ebbs and flows.
Well, answer the question, Mr. Wilson.
With the truth laid bare, the judge moves swiftly to recalculate Mr. Wilson's child support. Despite his protests that the $50,000 payout wasn't real income, the court isn't swayed. Texas law is clear. Whether salary, bonuses, or lump sum distributions, all financial gains factor into child support obligations. Taking into account his $72,000 annual attorney salary, the judge delivers a decisive ruling. His new monthly payment is set at $2,233.50, including health insurance reimbursements. The message is unmistakable. Courts prioritize children's financial well-being over loopholes and attempts to downplay income. In the end, Mr. Wilson's efforts to minimize his obligations only backfire, reinforcing the legal system's firm stance on parental responsibility.
I make about I bring home about $80,000.
All right, let me look at some documents you turned in here. According to your documents, your tax return last year was $72,000. That's about accurate?
That sounds about right.
Okay, so let me tell you what we're getting ready to do. That $50,000, that was the distribution, right? That's your testimony, right?
That
Your
went to
tax
the
returns
IRS.
are correct, right?
Well,
They
Are your
are.
tax returns correct or they incorrect? Is it as simple
according to my
yes or no?
CPA.
According to your CPA. Okay,
I
so
didn't prepare them.
according to that, I have your off doing the gross from the $50,000. That brings your gross to $42,000, $4,200, excuse me. The net of that is $3,510.58. And then, according to your tax return, you make $72,000 in your business, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So that gross is $6,000, which brings that net to $4,779.38. Who covered?
Frustrated by the ruling, Mr. Wilson makes one last desperate attempt to shift the focus, accusing Miss Wilson of squandering money on lavish vacations instead of prioritizing their children. But the judge shuts him down instantly. This case isn't about her spending habits. It's about his financial responsibility. Keeping the courtroom centered on what truly matters, the judge reaffirms that his $50,000 payout directly affects his child support obligations. Her firm, no-nonsense stance sends a clear message. When it comes to child support, the court is unwavering in its commitment to the children's well-being. No distractions, no excuses.
Health insurance for the children?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$161.
$161. Let me just make sure. Is that what you're looking at in front of you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I have your document here. $161. You're going to be responsible for reimbursing that to her.
Thank you.
Yes, so.
Well, you don't have to thank me. I didn't do you a favor. That's just what the law says. Okay? So, adding your two net resources together, I have $8,289.96. Reimbursement for the health insurance, prior to adding the reimbursement, it comes out to $2,072.50. Reimbursement of $161 gets you to $2,233.50 because your income did increase from the time that you all got a divorce.
Can I say something?
Can you ask me the question without wasting my time? Can you do that?
I saw on her Instagram that she goes on a lot of trips. I just think this extra
That-
money is
no.
going to go to these trips. I really don't think it's going to go to anything related.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
You need to stop it.
Excuse me,
I can
both
show
of
you
you
the
need to
Instagram.
stop it. Both
It's
of you need
Instagram,
to
it's
stop
fake.
it. Excuse me. When I talk, the two of you be quiet. Now I see why y'all got a divorce. Y'all cannot get along.
No, we got
Listen to
divorced 'cause
this.
he cheated.
No, let me tell you about
cheated.
this. I don't care if he cheated. I do not care about her Instagram. All I care about is the money that you've made to make sure that your children are taken care of. According to the documents that your CPA produced, your income went up, therefore, your children are entitled to an increase. So, final child support amount, $2,233.50. Is there anything further from either of you?
No, ma'am, that'd be great.
Thank you. Anything further, Mr. Wilson?
I guess not, Your Honor.
Well, I guess you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, it's Vonda Bailey, and I'm coming to you as the lawyer this time. We have arrived at the educational portion of our show. I just wanted to go over what this segment will cover and how the different scenarios interact with child support under Texas law. I wanted to go over what you all just witnessed in this particular episode. Dad was an attorney, but he also had a mineral interest in some partnerships, right? Can he be ordered to pay child support based on the both of those? Well, of course he can. Under Texas law, you can be ordered to pay child support on assets that are not income producing. What did we all hear him say? He had distributions worth $50,000 that went toward his tax returns. The court can use that in calculating his child support. So the amount of earnings that he makes as an attorney, in addition to what he has based on that tax return payment.
As the case concludes, Judge Vunderby delivers a firm legal lesson. Under Texas law, child support isn't just about salary. Every financial gain, from bonuses to lump sum payouts, counts toward a parent's obligation, regardless of how it's spent. Mr. Wilson's $50,000 windfall proved to be a turning point, whether he liked it or not. This ruling sends a powerful message. Courts demand financial transparency and won't hesitate to uncover hidden income. No matter how intense parental disputes become, the legal system remains focused on one unwavering priority: ensuring children receive the support they deserve. And with that, the courtroom battle reaches its decisive close.